Hey, yo, what's going on, guys? It's Meg Reed here. Welcome back to another tour review by yours truly. And today we have quite the nostalgic review today. Or at least for me, it is. Today we're taking a look at, and oh my gosh, this is just. Oh, I'm in heaven right now, guys. This is the Takara Beyblade X BX-00 X-Over Xeno Xcalibur. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is super nostalgic for me because for those who somehow don't know and haven't been following my reviews for a long time, but long-time viewers will know that I loved the Burst Gen, okay? I literally have over 300 bays just in my Burst collection alone, so I think that speaks volumes for how much I enjoyed this gen. Not to mention, Xeno Excalibur here, just... he was literally my first ever Takara Tomy Burst Bay I ever got, and to have him here again in the X format for the X-Over project... I'm just blown away. This is just... So, taking a look at the box here, as you can see, they've beautifully recreated the original Xeno Excalibur box, and although, sadly, I don't have my original Xeno Excalibur box anymore, yeah, this is pretty spot on to how that looked. And it's just... where do I begin? So first and foremost at the top here, of course, you have the Beyblade X logo up here. Of course, up here we do have the Beyblade Burst logo up there as well, which, again, is so nostalgic for me. And of course, you have the Takara Tomy logo up there as well. And then in the center here, once again, as I said, beautiful recreation of the original box from all the way back in 2016, 2015. Jeez. And of course, Xeno Excalibur 360 GF up here. And then, of course, right here in the center, we get this beautiful CG render of Xeno Excalibur. And like I said, they got him so spot on to how he looked back in 2016. Oh, feel old yet? Anyway, of course, he has an attack type, as you would expect. And then right down here, we get this nice little caption showing off the owner of this Beyblade from the Burst Gen, Xander Shakadera. Can't believe I remember his name all these years later. Anyway, and then of course up here we have Wizard Rod getting absolutely obliterated. And yes, there is a hold launcher included, which of course is to reference the original release's sword launcher, which sadly I don't have anymore. But when I did have it, it was pretty darn neat, if I do say so myself. Of course, on this side, we do have the 25th anniversary of the Beyblade franchise. X-Over project, of course, and you also get the attack type logo right down there. If I could actually get my camera to zoom out, there we go. And then, of course, on the back, we get this really nice little captions here. So first and foremost, we get the BX-00 Xeno Excalibur 360 GF text right there. And of course, we get its gimmick all the way back from the Burst Gen, which was, of course, the sword shape, allowing it to just absolutely obliterate its opponents. And then, of course, right here, we get all of its parts beautifully displayed right there. Then, of course, you get this little caption showing off the hold launcher and how it functions versus just the normal winder launcher with the launcher grip, which, sadly, I do not have a launcher grip as of yet. Then, of course, it's comparing the sizes of the ripcords. And also, it's showing here that if you have previous hold launchers or any launcher grip accessories, they should be able to work nicely on this launcher, which I will show that here in a bit. Then, of course, up here, we do have the Beyblade X little gimmick caption here, and a whole bunch of legal jargon. Then, of course, on this side, we do get a teaser or a little promo for the Japanese mobile app. So, that being said, let's go on a little trip down memory lane, and let's see how cool Xeno Excalibur really is, or was. Alright, guys, so, with the bay now fully unboxed, let's go ahead and take a look at the bay itself. But before we do that, of course, we need to take a look at the brand new sword launcher that we get, or hold launcher that we get in this set, which of course is modeled to resemble the original 2016 release's sword launcher. And it looks pretty darn spot on. Unfortunately, I don't have my original sword launcher from my original Xeno Excalibur, but still, really, really nice looking. nonetheless. Now, what is cool about this launcher is that they did actually update this one for this release. So unlike the previous whole launcher, which for a quick comparison, let me grab the one that came with Samurai Saber, so you can see how those two look together. They did actually update this mold back here. So this one will not destroy your ripcords, unlike the previous one, which had the potential to do that. And, just to quickly show it off, if you, of course, have your sword launcher or hold launcher from, I don't know why I keep calling it a sword launcher, hold launcher from Samurai Saber, of course all of the attachments will work with this. So if we take this part off right here, you can go ahead and put on your attachments just like so. So you can take this part, snap it in here, take this panel, and you can attach it over here. And then take this panel and put it over, I think it goes here, yeah. So you can still use your rubberized grips with this whole launcher. Pretty darn cool, if I do say so myself. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the Bay itself. Starting off, of course, with the blade here, which is Xeno Xcalibur. And out of the box, it does look pretty good, I will say. Although it feels like this blade is missing something. Let me do a quick jump cut, actually. Okay, there we go. Now, here is our blade, Xeno Xcalibur. And, oh, even with or without the stickers, he looks absolutely amazing. I mean, once again, TT, you hit out of the park with these XO releases. And for this to be, I believe, the second burst release they've done, or burst callback, right after Victory Valkyrie. Oh, I love this. I mean, and for a quick comparison, because of course, here is my original Xeno Xcalibur from 2016. Yeah, as you can see, mine's aged rather poorly, but still, once again, Takara, you absolutely nailed it. I mean, just, oh, so awesome. So anyhow, taking a look at this guy, like I said, I mean, you got, they nailed the aesthetic here. Just the gold, the red, the blue, everything is just spot on to the original version. Now, of course, here we do have the sticker sheet, which also is pretty much exactly like the original release as well. 16 stickers in all. So, though, of course, unlike the original burst version, the outside part is metal this time. No metal coat finish, or clear coat, but it is metal coat blue, as you can see, all the way around, which is quite nice. So, even the tip is also metal for the sword as well. So that is pretty awesome. Of course, on the back, no QR code, obviously, but check out the weird, wacky shape they had to do here just to get this guy to look accurate there on the back. But still, Xeno Xcalibur, they, again, absolutely nailed the design. Super happy with how this turned out. Next up, of course, we get to the ratchet here, which is 360? Yes, 360. Now, of course, 360, we've seen this plenty of times already, but we get it here in this nice sort of silver and red here. And of course, the 360 here is to homage the original release's Magnum Forge Disc, which for a quick comparison, here you have it next to my Magnum Forge Disc. And yeah, they got it, once again, pretty spot on to the original. Even if, of course, the metal on mine is super dulled over the years, but still, that's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. And last but certainly not least, we get the bit, which of course is GF or Gear Flat. Now, Gear Flat, we've seen this bit plenty of times already, but we get it here again in this nice blue color. Now, of course, this bit is to directly homage the original release's Impact driver. Now, of course, Impact back in Burst, the whole idea is that you had a rubber tip and you had this sort of star-like design, and the idea is that with the rubber it could have like more speed and it would hit harder thanks to that rubber. But unfortunately, of course, they couldn't really do that for this release, so Gear Flat, I think, was a good enough substitute for the original release's Impact driver. So, once you quickly assemble Xeno Excalibur here, making sure, just like the Japanese original, right, to line up the tip right there for maximum impact. There you have Xeno Excalibur 360 gear flat. All in all, another solid release for the Xover project, and a really, really just awesome callback to the original Xeno Excalibur from 2016. Takara, Tomy, I am just blown away by how much they got this thing pretty spot on to my original Xeno Excalibur here. So with that said, that's pretty much going to do it for the overview. So let's go ahead and do a quick jump cut, and let's see how this 2016 release holds up to the modern X releases. So see you guys in just a bit. Alright guys, and we are back. And of course I got my lovely BX-10 right here. So let's go ahead and grab our brand new Xeno Excalibur here, which again, just so awesome looking. And of course, I will be using the hold launcher that you get in this, because of course I have to. I mean, come on. You know, for all nostalgia's sake. And of course, off screen, I do have my massive collection of bays over here as well. So let's go ahead and see what Xeno Excalibur can do in the stadium on his own. Wow. Pretty darn aggressive, just like the original Xeno Excalibur. Except, ironically, he has more stamina than the original Xeno Excalibur had. But still, they just absolutely nailed the look and feel. Just, oh, so amazing. And also, RIP paint. But anyhow, I think we gotta be a little more selective for this. And for that, I think we're gonna start off with, because Xeno Excalibur, right, was my first Takara Tomy release for Burst. So let's put it against my very first Takara Tomy release for this gen, Drawn Sword. Let's see how these two do against each other. This should be quite interesting. Okay, if you can actually stay in the stadium, that would help. If you can actually stay in the stadium, that would be helpful. Alright, let's try Drawn Sword this time. Okay. There we go. Come on, Xeno Excalibur. Woo! Ooh, nice hits. Aw, gosh dang it. And Xeno Excalibur just, yeah. Well, like I said, they did get it authentic to the original. And the fact that, yeah, even the original had really close damage. So, fair enough. Come on, Xeno Excalibur. Woo! Oh, big hits for Xeno Excalibur right there. And Drawn Sword just got absolutely annihilated. Jeez. Ooh, and also, surprisingly, the paint hasn't chipped off that much yet. Huh. Alright. One more time. I'm sorry, what? Woo! Ah! Dang it, Drawn Sword. Alright. So, for the next two, you know what? We gotta do the other Xover remakes, because, I mean, come on. It only makes sense. So let's go ahead and do, and I'll actually switch over to my winder launcher now, because that whole launcher is a little weird to use. Let's do, first up, Drigger S, because, of course. Let's see what he can do against Xeno Excalibur. Woo! Okay! And a very nice hit from Xeno Excalibur. Jeez. Let's go again. Oh, come on, Xeno Excalibur. Oh! Jeez. Yeah, ironically, this version hits harder than the original, which I find hilarious. Because, I mean, Xeno Excalibur did hit hard back in its debut gen, but not this hard. Jeez. Alright, one more time. Alright, Xeno Xcalibur, come on! Woo! Okay. Come on! Dang it! Alright. Well, that kind of stunk. Oh, geez, and the stickers are kind of getting messed up too. Alright. So, for the last bay here, we gotta end this off properly. Dronzer. Let's see what he can do against the mighty Xeno Xcalibur. Come on, Xeno Xcalibur. Woo! Ooh, good hits. Okay. Dang it. Alright. Let's go again. You'd actually stay in the stadium, please. Thank you. Woo! Come on, Xeno Xcalibur. Yes! Hey. Alright. And a solid win there for Xeno Xcalibur. One more time. Alright. Jeez, Dronzer just destroyed him in one shot. Okay. Alright, well, with all of that being said, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this review on Xeno Xcalibur. All in all, amazing callback to what was, and still is, one of my favorite Beyblade generations of all time. And to see it get remade in the Xcalibur project, I couldn't be happier with this release. I really couldn't. So, for the pros and cons of this release, obviously, Xeno Xcalibur, even if you're getting him just for nostalgia's sake, like I've been saying, they absolutely nailed the original design of Xeno Xcalibur. And although it might not have the weight nor the performance that people might hope, I mean, it's still, as you could see, pretty darn good, at least for an Xcalibur release. Of course, 360 gear flat. If you don't already have those parts, this is a pretty cool way to get them. But other than that, I would say definitely buy this for collector's purposes. But hey, you know, it is a fun release, just like the other Xcaliburs, but definitely not something that I would say is like crazy good or anything. So, if you guys did enjoy this very nostalgic review, please make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and ring that notification bell so that you guys get notified for all my uploads. Later, E-Squad, and have a good one.